players with the most approved this year, and then I'm done. Hold on, I got it written down. Oh, yeah. I got 3. The players with the most approved in 2022. Javon Kinlow, Aaron Banks, Talanoa Hufanga. Those 3 guys. It seems to me that the 49ers are just handing those 3 guys starting jobs. That their attitude was at left guard, like, we can't re-sign Laken Tomlinson because he's so expensive. Plus, we spent a second-round pick on Aaron Banks last year because we wanted to replace Laken Tomlinson. Now, Aaron Banks did nothing as a rookie, but we have to justify our investment of a second-round pick in Aaron Banks, so he's the starter. Not because he's the best option. Not because the Niners have learned something or feel confident about it. They feel they have to justify the investment. Same thing with Javon Kinlow. DJ Jones leaves. He's really good, not expensive, but the Niners are like, we can't re-sign DJ Jones. We spent a first-round pick on Javon Kinlow. He needs to start. Otherwise, we look dumb. So now Kinlaw is being handed another starting job when he hasn't even shown that he has 2 functioning knees. Like, he's a decent player when healthy, but he's never healthy. And last year, he missed the whole freaking year, most of the year. He was hurt the whole time. Probably should have never played, gutted it out. What if that happens again? What's the guarantee that it won't? And if it does, what's the plan? So Kinlaw, whole lot to prove. They're like, you got this, buddy. You'll be fine. 17 games, no problem. Okay. Well, he needs to play the whole season. Aaron Banks needs to be a starting caliber player. That's a lot to prove. And it's like the competition for Javon Kinlaw is what? Hassan Ridgeway? That's not competition. That's just a backup. The competition for Banks is what? Nothing. I bet they'll sign a guard eventually, but they're going to sign like the Hassan Ridgeway of guards at best. And then Talanoa Hufanga. This guy got benched last year for Jaquiski Tartt. They were trying to make Talanoa Hufanga a thing. Got benched. And now I guess the Niners are upset that Tartt was so bad in the NFC Championship game that they're moving on, but Hufanga's not an upgrade. And then they signed George Odom, who is a special teams player, to back him up. I'm thinking the Niners should re-sign Tartt. Like, wow. Anyway, but they probably won't. So you have 3 starters who haven't earned their position and are looking like clear downgrades from the vets they're replacing. They got a lot to prove. Show the Niners that they were right to have faith in you. Because this faith at this point, what could they possibly have seen from Aaron Banks between January and now? He was inactive during the season, but now he's a starter. Why? He hasn't even competed for it. He's ready now. He wasn't ready couldn't back up anyone. Couldn't go in a game 2 months ago. Now he's our starter. I don't know. So Banks, and then there's more. Who's the Nickelback? I mean, frankly, it should be Travarius Ward, right? Travarius Ward should go wherever he's needed. If they're facing the Rams and Cooper Kupp is killing the Niners, then Travarius Ward should be on Cooper Kupp in the slot. That's what they're paying him for. Why put Mosley in there? Mosley isn't getting paid half of what Travarius Ward is getting paid. It should be Ward. It won't be Ward. He does what he does on the outside. So who's it going to be? Lenore? Whoever it is, that guy has a ton to prove because he's never done it before. Mosley, never done it before. Not full time. Not Lenore. Not Ward. Who's the I'm curious. So yeah, the starting nose tackle, left guard, right tackle. What about Justin School? Right now, Justin School or Colton McKivitz is in line to start week 1 at right tackle unless Mike McGlinchey defies physics, defies science, and makes it an unprecedented recovery from tearing a quad off his bone. All these young guys who weren't trusted last year are just saying, hey, you're the starter. You know why? Because the Niners aren't going all in this year. It's a youth movement. They're going to go all in next year. This is the year before the year that they go all in. Isn't that exciting, Niner fans? Got something to look forward to. I actually like picking up MVS to play outside and allowing them to play Debo more in the slot and still be able to be multiple and motion him to running back. Oh, yeah. Be great to get MVS, but they won't. It would be great to get him. Are you kidding? They won't, though. Too expensive. Sorry. Hey, Grant, how was your Sunday evening going? I'm having a great time. What's up? SG Sports Talk. Is that Chardol? What's up, Chardol? How you doing, man? Most approved Kittle. Are you going to play consistent? Oh, yeah, man. How about George Kittle? Paying you a lot of money, dude. And Eric Armstead. George Kittle and Eric Armstead doesn't get hurt anymore, but he only produces like 4 or 5 games a year, or if that. Kittle, can you stay healthy, please? Can you reach 1,000 yards? Because Debo's a running back now. The top 2 options in the passing game are you and Ayuk. Not Debo. Debo's the third option in the passing game. He's the running back. That's how it shook out. That's how it shook out from week 10 on. You led the team in catches from week 10 on, George. Ayuk led the team in yards, receiving yards, but you led the team in catches from week 10 on. You got to stay healthy, man. You got to give the Niners another 1,000-yard season. Because you see what happens to receivers whose game is built on speed. Once they hit 30, it's over. This guy is a receiver whose game is built on speed. Can we get one more elite season out of you? Because it's been 2 years since you've been elite. The last 2 years have been up and down. Can we get another George Kittle 2018, 2019 vintage year? Or are those gone? I'm thinking they're over. But a lot of people disagree with me on that, so prove me wrong, George. Greenlaw and Jimmy get it done for the Colts second. They're not getting the Colts second. You're not getting the Colts second. You're not getting the Colts second. It's not happening. John, Parag, Jed, Carson, everyone in the world, forget the second-round pick from Indianapolis. Take whatever you can get. Move on. Sorry, Carson, but I appreciate it. Carson left that comment if you're listening on a podcast in the future. Domain thread says safety Honey Badger and everybody not named Trent Williams on O-line are my biggest concerns. Teron Armstead would be a great pickup too. Yeah, phenomenal. I love Honey Badger, but these are big time starters who get like 8, 9, 10 million a year that the Niners they're not going to be giving out any more contracts like that. Prove me wrong, John. Prove me freaking wrong. What's with all these fake Twitter accounts posting straight cap about Niners moves? Don't even know who to trust anymore to follow. I don't know. But I just noticed that every offseason, like the easiest way to get followers on Twitter is to praise everything the Niners do. Once someone like gets a few thousand followers and they're trying to get up to, it's just praise. The only time you really are critical of the team is when it's convenient, when they've done something obviously wrong. And that's never the offseason. You can't ever prove a team wrong until they start losing games. So it's just time for all the fans that want to be analysts to say, oh, the Niners are so smart. And it's totally disingenuous. It's just so that their follower count will go up quicker. It's so that their tweets will get more likes. Some people say I'm shameless and I, troll for attention. But I'm telling you, it takes a lot of skill to build a following covering a team while being critical of it. Who else does that? Any idiot could build a following covering a team saying everything they do is good. Any idiot could do that. They signed a guy, here's why it's good. They signed a guy, here's why I like it. That takes no thought. And that's what most people do because Niner fans want to hear it. I do not tell Niner fans what they want to hear. That's why I had 5,000 followers on Twitter in 2019 and 10,000 in 2020. Even though I'd covered the team for 10 years, I was not popular. But after 10 years of covering the team, people are like, damn, Grant actually is right a lot. And these other guys are telling me what I want to hear. That's why I got the following, because I stuck to my guns for a decade. I didn't waffle back and forth in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I don't know why I'm just talking about myself like that. Sorry. Went on a rant. I'm just saying. Come on, aspiring journalists. Don't just sell out for the follows. Just saying. But yeah, not everyone can do what I do. I understand. Do what you got to do. Do you? Because I know anytime someone tries to do what I do, they get fans. Oh, you're trying to be the next Grant Cohn. Oh, because he thinks for himself? Thinking for yourself is being the next Grant Cohn. Oh, what a man. That's awful. I don't know. Maybe thinking for yourself is a good thing. I'm tripping. I waffle all the time. Whatever, Andrew. Innovative Energy says 2021 Niners came up short with 10 on offense in 2020. Came up short with 10 on offense. Garoppolo. It says Innovative Energy. 2022 49ers. How can we make it even more difficult to come up short? Hard to root for a joke front office. To me, it's just like, I was talking to Jason Aponte. He's a big Yankee fan. I don't follow baseball like I did in the 90s and 2000s, but apparently the Yankees have gone from George Steinbrenner, an Eddie DeBartolo figure who would just spare no expense, to his kids, and they are financial analysts trying to save a buck and plan for the future, kind of like Jed. And it's like the Niners are like the Yankees now. Worldwide brand, very famous for the championships in the past, and still like have that aura around them, but people don't really understand that it's a different organization now. It's not this and this all this cachet that the Yankees and the 49ers have is based on the past. And I'm over here trying to be like, we should uphold the values of the past, the standards of the past. That's where I'm coming from. A lot of people are like, those days are over. Jed's not Eddie. We got to learn to embrace Eddie. I don't have to learn to embrace a damn thing. I don't root for this team. I'm quality control. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. Got Vish most likely. I haven't talked to Vish, but I think we did one on Friday. I'm gonna see where Vish is at. Might do a Cohn phone. Also, got a new guest. Rob Stats Guerrera. Oh yeah. Used to work for Pro Football Talk. Does a great podcast with Niners Nation. And he had me on his channel last week. I put the clips on my channel. You probably watched it. We had a lot of fun. I'm going to have him on my channel tomorrow evening. That's going to be fun. That guy is a guy who thinks for himself.